And welcome to our Sports Fix across regional Victoria and southern New South Wales. We're going to take a look today at Golden Rivers, also the Riverina and Farrer competitions. To start us off, I'm going to head to some Golden Rivers football, and it's been a particularly interesting start to this season in Golden Rivers. We've seen the Ngunnawal club start very well, 5 wins from 5 outings, and they're pretty pleased with their start, as Mullameen too, who have started particularly well this season. So we're heading into the round 5 matches from last weekend and having a look at the winners there. And as we said, Ngunnawal 19-19, 133. Too Good for Murrabit 5-3-33. Oberdorfer, his regulation 6 goals. Farmer, his regulation 4. Those two have starred this year for the Maroons. And Quambatook 9-10-64. Couldn't manage it with Mullameen, who remain undefeated at 13-9-87. Was a particularly good win there by Mullameen at home. Quambatook have recruited well and are the big improvers, but they also had to come up against the Swans, who are looking pretty good this season, and they haven't lost a match. Hay 15-12, 102, beat Ultima 6-3-39. Gee, it'd be a long time since Ultima got done by Hay by any sort of margin like that out at the Lions home ground. A nice game for them. And finally, it was a pretty good performance by Wandella, 20 goals, 8, beating McCorner 11 goals, 4 in what was a 58-point margin to the Bombers. And looking at the table, the 2 undefeated clubs at the top of the table, 5 and Zip, are the boys from Ngunnawal and the Swannies from Mullameen. Can't wait till those two play each other. They have been the 2 form sides of this competition. Unfortunately, at the bottom of the table, Ultima yet to open their account from 5 outings. Let's head over to New South Wales now and the Farrer Football League with the win from Marra Bombers, 14-3-87. They were too good for the East Wagga Coringal Hawks, 8-8-56. Sadly, earlier in the day in the reserves match from the East Warringal Hawks, it was Christopher Twaits who in that game was injured with a spinal injury, and a GoFundMe page has been set up for him. It was tragically his last game for the Hawks before heading home to New Zealand, so we wish him all the best. And for those looking to help out, you can go to the Facebook page set up by the East Warringal Hawks in that particular competition. Other games, it was the Northern Jets 11-7-73. Too good for the North Wagga Saints, 5-13-43, a 30-point margin there in favour of the boys from Mariah Park. And Barellan took on Temora, the 2 bottom sides, and the 2 Blues, 14-12-96, beat the Temora Kangaroos 4-11-35. And that's good for the Barellan boys to get their first win of the season in senior footy. And finally, it was the Rock Yerron Creek, 11-10-76, too good for Charles Sturt University, 7-11-53 in the final match. Just a quick check on some of the better players and goal scorers there, with Kerrin booting 4. He's been pretty good this season, multiple goal scorer regularly for the Rock. And also, it was Bud and Hancock and Cool who played a pretty cool game for them on the day. Dickens 3 from the Charles Sturt University. Let's now go finally in our Sports Fix today. We take a look at the football played across in the Riverina, and in a low-scoring match, it was Colin Gully 3-9-27, able to overcome the Turvey Park Bulldogs in a seniors match of football, 3-7-25. An incredible scoreline at this time of the year too, but low-scoring football. It was 2-0 in the first quarter. Colin Gully led it. 2-1 in the second, then 3 goals apiece at the 3-quarter time bell. And in the last quarter, they added 2 points, Colin Gully, and it was 2 points added by Turvey Park. Neither of them were able to kick a goal, but in the end, the Colin Gully D's got home. Perryman with 2 of those 3 goals. He's the brother of the Perryman playing at the Giants. And Klemke and Johnson Gardner, the better players for the D's, while Turvey Park had Hagar as their better player on the day. And after the wonderful victory the week before for the Narrandera Eagles, they were no match in the end for the Leeton Whitten Crows, who won 7-12-54 to Narrandera Eagles 4-10-34. Another low-scoring match in Riverina football. It was Leeton Whitten who got out to an early lead and were never headed in the end, with Rainbird booting 3 and Drybur and Boots their better players, while Mackay booted 2 for the Narrandera Eagles, and Hutchison and Inglis and Durnan were okay. That win the week before, they weren't able to follow it up with a back-to-back win, the Eagles, who are at the moment at the bottom of this ladder. And finally, in the match of the round, the GGGM Lions went down to the MCUE Goannas. Mangalapar 14-7-91 over Ganmain 6-6-42. Meanwhile, the Wagga Tigers lost to the Coolaman Rovers in a beauty, 7-6-48 to 6-5-41, continuing the low-scoring nature of round 5 matches in Riverina.